And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Guys, Keir Starmer is not hiding it anymore. He really isn't, especially in this latest video. You'll see that it's got a lot of people outraged. Over the last couple of days, we've been talking extensively at the grooming gang, or the lack of a grooming gang inquiry. And I gave you a few reasons as to why I believe Labour and Keir Starmer are dragging their heels with regard to it. And one of those reasons I gave you was, of course, that they were trying to protect the Muslim vote. Of course, 4 million Muslims within the United Kingdom, and Labour losing support by the bucket loads. That 4 million is a big amount, as that's why you see them pander constantly to this ideology. Now, people are outraged with regard to his latest decision. Yes, more funding to protect Muslim communities. This all in the aftermath of the Jewish synagogue attack, which they didn't get the same sort of pledge, and a lot of people are upset. Let's get over to social media. Let's watch this. But as always, guys, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for more content just like this. As you can see, Keir Starmer, the UK Prime Minister, has pledged £10 million for mosque security after Peacehaven arson. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer visited Peacehaven Mosque in East Sussex on October 23rd, 2025 to condemn a recent arson attack that damaged the entrance and a nearby car with no injuries reported. He's announced £10 million in additional funding for securing measures like CCTV, alarms, fencing and guards at Muslim sites amid rising anti-Muslim hate crime up to 13% in the year to March 2025. Sussex police charged 2 men, including Arif Ali Rafik, with arson, while the government emphasised that such violence threatens Britain's tolerant society. Similar funding was recently allocated to Jewish community protections following a deadly synagogue attack. Let's have a watch of this.
I'm so sorry that we're meeting in these circumstances, because that was a horrific attack that will have impacted every single member of the community. We've just been talking to some of the family members and getting a sense firsthand of the personal impact. I'm really pleased today that we are announcing a further £10 million to support our mosques on top of the support we've already put in. I'm pleased to say that. I'm sad to say it as well, in a sense, because I wish we didn't need to put in more security. We shouldn't need to have security in places of worship, and it's sad that we do, but that just reflects the responsibility on me, on the Home Secretary, to do everything we can to tackle hate crime. I'm so sorry that...
Get down on your knees, Keir. Get down on your knees, my man. Let's have a listen to Shabana Mahmood.
I'm here today at the Peacehaven Mosque with the Prime Minister. The attack on this mosque a few weeks ago was an appalling crime, and I have met with those who were impacted that night and heard of the terror that they all felt. What is clear is this could have so easily led to an even more devastating outcome. It is appalling that my community, the Muslim community, faces such appalling levels of hate in the country that we love. And it is why I am here today to announce an additional £10 million to protect Muslim communities across the UK, strengthening security at our places of worship so we can practice our faith safely and without fear. I am proud of this country because of the rights that we have. The right to follow your conscience and the faith of your choosing. The right to live free from hatred and from fear, whoever you might be. But that right has to be defended. Violence directed at any faith or community is an attack on us all, and we must stand together in solidarity against those who seek to divide us. I'm here today at the Peacehaven...
They love this keyword, division, don't they? Divide us. Tommy Robinson, of course, commented saying, British women and children under attack by Muslims, Jews under attack by Muslims. Starmer's heads to the mosque to reassure Muslims and hand another £10 million of taxpayers' money to protect mosques. As you can see, people saying, I actually hate this man. Peter Lloyd says, what the fuck? 3 weeks after the Manchester synagogue attack, which killed 2, England's Muslim Home Secretary visits a mosque. There she complains about Islamophobia and announces £10 million in taxpayers' cash to protect Muslims. Unreal. You can't despise this government enough, says Nick. Keir Starmer further went on to say, the attack on Peacehaven Mosque was horrific. Britain is a proud and tolerant country. Attacks on any community are attacks on our entire nation. I've committed an additional £10 million funding to provide Muslim communities the protect they need and deserve. But most of it, of course, comes from, well, they're not protecting, they're dragging their heels with regard to the grooming gang scandal. So they're choosing a side. This is what we're seeing. It's not necessarily about protecting certain religious buildings. And of course, attacks on places, attacks on anybody in the UK is damn right awful. I don't condone it. You should never do it. But as you can see here, most of them are seeing where they're sort of playing their loyalties. They're either, they're funding, they're doing all this in this community, but they're dragging their heels when they're exposing some of these individuals. And again, I know it's not all people from Muslim backgrounds, but the Pakistani rape gangs are predominantly Muslim men. And they're dragging their heels on it. So they're literally picking and choosing their battles here, and it's clear as day. You can see it in real time. Sammy says children have endured hate and threats of violence from the Muslim community for decades when they were groomed, raped, tortured, trafficked and murdered. They and their families continue to be intimidated. How much will you spend on them, or will you just continue to call them far-right, racist and Islamophobic? Facts. And that's the way that they're treating them at this moment in time. Now they may say, well, we're doing everything. No, you're not doing everything. We can see it in real time what you're doing. So yeah, I can see the outrage from the people, of course. I really can see it. Yet you tolerate rape gangs assaulting women and children. You are a effing failure. Ben Habib says, an inappropriate post from Shabana Mahmood revealing her bias. Freedom of worship applies to everyone. To overtly identify as a Muslim and make the case for Muslim but not for people of other faiths is wrong. Bear in mind this is a constitutionally and culturally a Christian country. The Union flag is a Christian flag. As Home Secretary, you should reinforce our Christian roots and values. You have never once spoken of the importance of Christianity in the United Kingdom. Facts. Carl Benjamin says, please, please, please vote for Labour, Mr. Muslim. A foreign Muslim attacks a synagogue mosque, £10 million in security. An Islamist kills 2 Jews on Yom Kippur, bans Jews from football matches. Labour have been covering up decades of Muslim raping British children as young as 8. Why do Muslims get the special treatment? And this is what people are seeing in real time. You can see the outrage here. A lot of people are not happy. Where was this energy over Southport? At what point will you label these people with the worst smear you can think of, like you did to concerned British people then? This grotesque two-tier approach is why you are the most hated Prime Minister of all time. Facts, Nick. Feel free to take yourself and your Muslim community to an Islamic state. There are over 50 last time I checked. A fundamental and hard-fought principle of British democracy is the separation of church and state. This is our home. You are welcome to return to yours. Remember, one of these guys that did this attempted arson attack was Ari Ali Arafik, a British-born Asian man, was charged with attempted arson against a mosque in Northampton. So is the extra funding for the Muslim community to protect them from other Muslims? Interesting. British kids are being killed and raped by foreigners. Any update on their much-needed protection care? Exactly. This is the whole point, ladies and gentlemen. It's not necessarily going against and protecting a community as such. It's the fact that he neglects all of the others and doesn't want to expose this religion for what it is within our country. Can anyone name any violence towards the Muslim community? Can anyone name the violence from the Muslim community? Great point. Great point. Keir Starmer is not on the side of a Christian country he purports to serve. He is a traitor. Previous generations would have sent him to the tower. Another great point. Have you ever visited any English white girls after they are raped by your Muslim voters? Facts. It's just so much outrage. So much outrage here. Wow. Hey Grok, how many times has Shabana Mahmood said something similar about the Christian community, and how much money has the government pledged to invest in supporting the Christian community? Bearing in mind the UK is a Christian country. 0 times. From reviewing our ex-posts and public statements, no equivalent to Muslim communities should never have to live in fear for Christians. The government offers general places of worship security funding, but zero targeted £10 million pledge mirrors the Muslim-specific investment announced today. Such disparities undermine claims of equal protection for all communities. There you go. Even AI knows what's going on. Frustrating. But guys, do let me know your thoughts on everything that we've discussed so far in today's video. Sorry for the background. It's my birthday, currently away. So if you made it this far, I don't know, say something about it. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time.